Hey guys, I wanted to show you all my Copperhead family that I have going right now. Um, in the Copperhead family, there's the Copperhead, Baby Copperhead, Copperlock, and the Mini Copperlock. However, I don't have a Copperlock just yet. Um, I recently got paid and I'm thinking of maybe purchasing a new Copperlock, but we'll just see what I find. Um, that is one that I'm searching for right now, as well as a gun stock. I'm also wanting very bad. Um, if I end up buying one anytime soon, I will make a video about that. Um, but going ahead and showing y'all what I have here, I have first off the regular case Copperhead. Um, this comes with a Warncliffe blade and a pin blade. If I was to get the Copperhead, I would always try to get a Warncliffe blade with it because I think that's what makes it, more unique than something like a Trapper. Besides, it having the raised bolster over here, and that's what makes the Copperhead special. Um, I'm pretty sure that has something to do with spring tension and helping him with that. Um, I think it also keeps the blade in place better. It just basically helps the knife to function better. But yeah, this one has a nice Warncliffe blade and a pin blade on it. It also comes with nice half stops, as you can see. This is in saw cut Caribbean blue bone. This is very difficult to buy when you buy this specific handle material because it can get very difficult to pick the right one because this front of it is how it's, this is about exactly what you want from this knife if you're getting this bone, where it's very detailed and cut right there in the middle and dark, and then it lightens up to the ends of the handles. That's what you want. But most of the time what you get is this on the back. Now this isn't even so bad. I've seen handles with this bone that is way worse than this, and where it's just basically smooth, light blue bone. And I don't like that. If I'm going to buy the knife, I want it to look like this. So I bought this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and the cashier, when I asked for this knife, like they normally do, it was in a case. So they would open the case and they'll get a box from the back. That way they can keep their display knife up. And of course, you want to buy your knife in person to make sure you know that it's centered and it don't have blade wobble or nothing, which this one don't. I don't find issue personally. Like this knife, this first blade here, this isn't centered. And you know what? I just found that out right now because unless it's rubbing with another blade and causing scratches, which is very rare, it doesn't bother me. And honestly, most of the time, most case knives are centered just fine. But I don't think that it's really a problem if they are centered or not. Now, if you're paying, like, say, $500 for a knife, then yeah, it should be centered because you want that knife to be perfect if you're paying that much money for it. But on, like, a $50 to $90 knife, it don't matter that much to me. Like this Barlow here, that both blades are centered perfect. And I didn't know that they were because it doesn't bother me. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Sorry, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. You want to make sure that these knives, when you get them, that they're what you want. Because the woman, the knife that she gave me, it was this exact same knife, but they could have put that knife out beside it and it could have looked completely different because it was just smooth blue bone is all it was. It had no cut to it at all, and it didn't have that fade from really dark to really light blue. And I really did not like that, and I asked her if I could just have the display one. And really, I'm pretty sure they're not really supposed to give you that one, but she gave it to me, and I checked it out, and it works just fine. both blades. They're both really strong, nice half stop. So I bought it because it was a good knife, I thought. So that's the Copperhead. Now you can get this with a clip blade as well, but I feel like so many knives have the clip blade, like the Barlow or the Stockman or the Copperlock or Trapper or just any other knife. I feel like so many have the clip. It's nice to have a nice big long Wharncliffe every now and then. So there's that one. Here is the Copperlock, and this is in red peach sea jig. Now this is chrome vanadium steel. I don't have any preferences on the steels I buy. I just buy what knife I like, and the steel doesn't really matter to me. I prefer, honestly, to get stainless because a lot of the knives I buy, I don't really use. I do use certain ones, like a Sodbuster right here, or I'll use, different, like maybe a 47 Stockman every now and then, but I don't really use them a lot because I paid good money for them and I don't want them to go bad, And I know a lot of people say that, like, yeah, but if you buy the knife, you should use it. And it should be taken care of and used and stuff. But, I don't want to ruin my knives because one day these are going to be worth a little bit more money than they are now, and I want them in good condition. But I do have my workers. But anyway, I like to keep them in stainless. That way they don't get all patinaed. However, this one did. And this is one of the first case knives I bought myself. Bought it at a pawn shop. I thought it looked pretty with that red bone, which I think it is. But I didn't know that I didn't know the difference in the steels at the time, and it started to patina some on this corner, which it don't bother me very much, but I do enjoy this knife. I think it's a nice color, and it's a nice pattern. I would really like to get a Copperlock though, and now they make the Copperlock with the clip or the Wharncliffe, and I really want a Wharncliffe. Especially, I would like one with a long pull. This one has a very short little nail nick here. I would love to have one with a long pull. Kind of similar because Doom Crew, he actually has a lot of those, and I would really like to get one. But lastly here we have, this is a baby Copperhead. This is in red stag. The back of it I think is really pretty. The front, it is not so much, but it ain't bad. It isn't ugly. I just think the back's a little better. I bought this specific one because it was the last one they had. This pin blade is a little weak, but I tend to notice in small blades like this, or small knives, you're not going to get super strong blades in both of them. You might every now and then, like this Peanut has some pretty strong blades in its clip and pin blade, and it also has half stops, which I thought was pretty neat. And they're both pretty strong, but anyway, this is a baby Copperhead, and I always thought that this one was peculiar in the sense that every other Copperhead, its right bolster is the one that is extroverted here, where it's indented out. However, it's on the left bolster here. And I guess that's to try to strengthen this pin blade of how it's so small, maybe. I'm really not sure, but I just always thought that was something neat. Now, they also make this with a Wharncliffe, and I would have probably preferred to have gotten one with that. Now, I know this is a random assortment of handle materials, with red bone, blue saw cut bone, and then red stag. However, that's how I got them. I'm hoping to get a nice Copperlock pretty soon to show you all. A nice Copperlock with. If I'm gonna buy one, I'm most likely gonna buy one with a Wharncliffe blade because there's no point in buying it. That's one of the knives that I might even buy doubles of, And I think Doom Cruise turned me around on them. At first I didn't want any, but I really want one now. So yeah, I'm on the look for that, and maybe a gun stock. I would love to get a elephant's toe. Actually, a bigger knife like that, an elephant's toe or sunfish, sleeve board, whatever you want to call it. They're all about the same. I would love to get one of them, but they're so expensive, and I can never find them in the handle material I want. They're always in brown bone like this, and this isn't ugly, I don't think. And this is an expensive knife. I just wouldn't want to get another knife with this handle, because I don't like to get multiples unless it's a knife that really only comes in that, or it's one with a handle that looks different every time, like Bone Stag or something. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video, show you all my Copperhead family. But yeah, I'll catch you all later. I'll try to make a video soon if I buy me a new knife. So I'll catch you all later. See ya.